have a special guest with me today, and he's special in many ways. I'm not trying to be funny.
Okay.
I'll let him introduce himself shortly, but today's topic is such an important topic to me. And y'all see, it's a black man. So black men are very important to me. Not that all men aren't, but black men are very special to me. And today I wanted to talk with him about mental health, right? Um, y'all know how my shows go, right? Tanzanites. Uh, I may start off talking about one thing and then it develops into another. But I was sitting with this young man, and let me let him introduce himself. I call him Dell, but we'll let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
My name is DJ Dale. I'm just use that. I'm a DJ, also a father. Um, I do a lot of things. I do podcasts and stuff like that. So I do a lot of stuff.
All right. Welcome, welcome. And I'm so happy that you decided to talk to me today. And today, guys, we're talking about a very vulnerable subject. We can be around people a lot, talk to them a lot, talk about a lot of things, and then we find out something about that person that truly blows your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It may not blow your mind in a spectacular or good way. It may not blow your mind in a bad way, but today, Dell and I were working on a podcast for a coaching session for It's Okay to Live. And I heard him say something that I didn't know about him. And it was that his mom died when he was 7 years old.
Yes. Mom passed away when I was 7. Um, and then I moved. That was in New York. Then we moved to Jacksonville.
Dell, that just really made me realize that I get kind of upset sometimes when I'm like, people don't know what I'm going through. People don't understand how I feel. People don't know how this affected me. And it made me wonder, what are they looking at? I see you as the jokester, the
Everybody do. I don't know why.
podcaster, the greeter at church, the just cool, calm, and collective guy that listens to me all day. Sometimes I can go on, and you never complain about that.
No, I don't.
You've never said to me a word about that. And it's so on brand for It's Okay to Live. You are a great example of It's Okay to Live. Because you've lived through the fact that you lost your mom at 7, and you know what that gives me. And I'm about to run around this room right now. Is my grandbaby will be okay. You just inspired me. I got chills.
Yes.
She can choose to have a full life, even though her dad died when she was a little girl.
Yes. Yes. I think as long as she got people behind her that's helping her get through whatever, because, later on in life, it will come back up, probably, and just getting her to share her feelings about how she feels, because she's not going to feel the same way you feel, and not the same way your daughter feels, but she's going to have her own why did it have to happen, and it depends on what way she goes in life.
So what helped guided you into not being, I don't know if you're bitter about it, because I'm just finding out about it today, But what, I'll stay on brand. What helps you to live through that?
I don't know. I always became a survivor early in life. Like I just learned how to survive. Um, I always wondered what would my life be like if my
Mm.
mom was here. You know what I'm saying? I lost my sister when I was younger. So I be
Did
that
I
that
know
is
that?
nah shit.
Damn, are you
Nah,
kidding me?
no.
That's why we're kindred spirits. You see this.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, you're such a man. How come you never told me these
I
things?
just don't I don't I just don't because I feel most people's not gonna care or they won't understand how it affected me through the years. So
I'm at a loss for words, but I remember trying to force my daughter to go and my grandmother's mom to go to counseling, and they
mhm.
felt the same way. Like, why would I rehash this to a total stranger on a daily basis for them to help me? And they don't know how I feel.
Hmm.
They don't know what I've gone through. They don't know what I'm going through. I don't even know where I want to go with this now. I started out thinking, because I was so proud of you for going to therapy, knowing that you were a black man that had gone to therapy before. But I wonder how many people live with such tragedy.
I want to say a lot of people, and I tell people all the time: if you have uh, your mom and your father in your life, especially late in life, you should always give them the praise, bless them, because a lot of us don't have that. It's like if you don't get the same, and you say, well, you got family, but you don't get the same love that you would get from your mom or your sister. You know what I'm saying? That you would get from a cousin or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a difference. You know what I mean? And they can say what they want to say. They were like,
Mm-hmm.
well, we love you. You probably do. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that it would be different.
Mm.
I don't have when I go through things, I have really hardly nobody to talk to. Now I'm probably gonna go talk to somebody like my cousin Michelle maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to what they call it. I have to chew up
Mm.
and spit out and
Mm-hmm.
keep the stuff that I want to keep and you know.
So what advice could you give me to help my grandbaby that you wish that you had coming up with your mom being gone, not knowing your father as much? What advice? My granddaughter's 7 now.
Mm-hmm.
She was 9 months when it happened. Um, how can I help her to navigate this loss as she gets older? Because you said she's going to feel different.
Yeah, she gonna feel different because when you go to high school, middle school, especially middle school, you see the kids. She's in elementary now,
Mm-hmm.
so you see other kids with their mom and father.
Mm.
And she made the mother may have moved on and
Yeah.
have a boyfriend or whatever, but she knows that's not
Mm.
dad. So
Mm.
it just depends on how she take it, and then how the other person in her life, the father figure in her life, because he has a lot to take on, because not that she could go and see dad on the weekends. That's out. It's you know I don't see dad at all.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that's gonna be the ability, but I ain't gonna say the ability, but that's gonna be something I'm noticing factor in the back of her head that
Mm-hmm.
everybody has their mom and dad, but I have.
Mm-hmm.
It does not that they broke up or they got
Mm-hmm.
divorced or whatever, just not there.
You're absolutely correct. My grandbaby is 7. She's about to be 8. Her mom is remarried to a very good man this year and expecting.
Hmm.
And she came to me and she said, they're all going to have the same last name, and I'm not. I'm not.
Hmm.
And he treats her like a princess. He treats her very well. gives her whatever she wants, but she has recognized already
Mm-hmm.
that the new baby will have his name,
Yes.
and she has a different name.
Yes.
Now, I don't know how I would feel if the mom changed her name. I remember my mom got remarried,
Mm-hmm.
and she wanted to change our name. The only reason why I didn't want my name changed because his last name was Scantleberry. And we thought, Lord, the people are
No.
gonna pick at us. But that is so profound. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
have to keep an eye on that. And
Mm-hmm.
I asked her mom, could I start her some counseling now so she could sort out those feelings?
Yeah.
Because us telling her we still love you at 7,
Mm-hmm.
for her to say that
Yeah.
and feel that way.
Yeah, because at that age, little kids, because I work with some, I work with kids.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of coming into their own feelings, their own ideas. They being their own person.
Yeah.
So um, that's going to be something that you have to like deal with, and sort them feelings out because she gonna feel a way, but she not gonna know why. I think that's what a lot of my um, mischievous mischievous yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what a lot of it came from.
What?
Feeling away and not knowing why.
This is good. And I tell people all the time, especially, watching my daughter suffer in silence when her brother was murdered, that we label kids bad and we don't know
Hmm.
what they're dealing with. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? These kids use drugs and sex. I
Hmm.
won't tell my age, and rock and roll to deal with feelings they don't know what to do with
Do
them.
it, yeah.
And the church is telling you to pray it away.
It's not, no, that don't always work.
You're a child, you don't want to bother your caregiver.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to really put that on like you had your aunt and your grandmother, and I
Hmm.
know that you're very grateful for that. But like you said, it wasn't your mom.
Hmm.
So at 7, you had those feelings and didn't know what to
Yeah,
do about
7,
them.
8, 12, 10, 15. Because when you go think of it like this, when I was growing up, I had most of them gone now. I had a entourage of friends, and when I go over there, like when I went over
Mm.
um, Anthony house, his mom was there,
Mm.
but and his dad stayed up the street. So he had, you
Mm.
know what I mean. So even though their mom
Mm.
and dad wasn't together, he could still walk up the street and see dad.
Mm.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
just it's a difference.
I mean,
And I couldn't walk up the street to see mom or dad.
and that was in real time for you.
Hmm.
Okay, Siri, hold on. It ain't time for us to go yet. So think about this. You had that in real time. My granddaughter will have that in real time and the internet.
Hmm.
And I'm sure when you saw a show on TV and it was a mom and a dad,
Hmm.
and you were like, what the what? Right?
Yeah.
Like, gosh,
Yeah.
damn. The black man carries so much
Yeah.
on top of trying to carry the family, on top of trying to keep a relationship together. Do you think that affected your relationships, not having your mother?
I think it affected my relationships profoundly because I didn't know most people. They say little girls marry their dad, little boys marry their mama. Well, if they not there, if neither one of them there, I mean, where you draw the line in the sand. This is what I'm looking for, or this is what I'm not looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe dad beat up on mom, so I don't want no man beat her.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe dad loved mom a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I want a man to love me and hug me, and you know, so you don't have that
Yeah.
that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At
Oh,
least
for sure.
yeah,
For
you just
sure.
don't have that.
Did you have any dynamics of relationships to see for a man and a woman?
No,
Yeah.
because when we were growing up, um, little boys and little boys and little girls didn't supposed to like each other. When we grew up
Right, right. You beating the
in the
girl up.
yeah,
For
when
sure.
you in the church and You just come here to,
Right.
you supposed to just come to love the Lord. You don't supposed to be
And then
coming
get
looking at no,
married.
yeah,
He
and then
that
get
findeth the
wife,
wife.
yeah.
Right, right, right.
But it don't happen that way. It don't.
Mm,
You can, if you don't have like, if you don't have in your heart what you really want or what you really looking for, you just searching. That's like a lot of women go to bed with a lot of men because they searching.
for sure. And the same with men,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But it is also glorified
Yeah.
that he can sow his seeds or sow his oats. But who you sowing it with?
Yeah.
Women,
Well,
right?
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tanzanites, plead with you to know that everybody's fighting a battle, you know, and behind those smiles, behind those jokes, behind that helpful spirit, behind the ability to live through tragedy and through pain, to give people grace. I talk about this in other episodes and how everybody is going through something. Life proves that that's going to be. And some people handle it better than others. We need to still have grace for the people that handle it well. Just because they handle it well doesn't mean they want to. It means that they've made a choice. Also, it's a prime example of a motherless child, the long-term effects of a fatherless child can be debilitating. And a child doesn't know how to process that, and they take it into adolescent, they take it into their teenage years, they take it into their adult years, then they have more children.
Yes. Yes.
And
When
then
people they didn't, like, you don't know if you never had a certain type of love. Because people say love yourself first, but you have to know what love is, because love is more than just a feeling and going to bed with people or whatever. If you haven't had that type of love, you don't know how to process it. If you never seen it, you know what I mean?
So you did have an aunt and a mom that came in. I'm sorry, an aunt and a
Until the grandmama.
grandmother that came in to take care of you. And you don't have to answer this if you don't want. I know that you said you wish that you had your mom, and you were 7, so you knew the love of your mom before she passed, right? Did you, again, you can plead the fifth, never feel the same love again from a grandmother or an aunt? Were you never able to?
I think they were so church bound and they were so gospel, whatever. I think they missed a lot of the signs that, like, I wasn't the brightest child, but I was the brightest child in the way I was. I just knew how to get away with a lot of stuff. I went to school a lot of times. I just didn't try. I could have did a whole lot better, and people in my school was trying to figure out, well, he can do this, but it was, I don't know. I think I was always in a limbo part of who I really am, where do I really come from. I can't pick my dad brain, see who he is. I can't pick, and then I got grandma. Grandma's a great disciplinarian, and her sister, her auntie, was a great disciplinarian. But they both disciplined different. One was very controlling. Both of them was controlling, but one was about whoopings, and the other one was about control. Gave me a car, told me I can't drive it. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. We've had these conversations before. Some people are so heavenly bound, they're no earthly
Feeling
good.
yes.
To really deal with the aspects of our flesh and bone. You know what I'm saying? They want to pray everything away or send you to church or punish you, like you're saying, if you're not acting right, and nobody really tuned in to say, he's a motherless child.
I will say this. I remember not long ago, I was talking to a dude outside the church, and we was joking around or whatever. Same thing I do all the time. I was like, I never planned for this part of my life. I thought I'd be dead and gone by now. With the, I can't tell you, I know 3 times right now that I probably would have died in the hospital if it wasn't for um, the hospital not giving up on me, because I already gave up. Because I think we were talking last night and you said, we talking about death. Have I came?
Are you afraid of death?
Yeah, my friend, I told you no.
Yeah.
Because I came to grips with that a while back. I want to say 8 or 9 years back. Well, we don't know what we don't know. You're bleeding from somewhere we don't know. I'm like, well, Lord, I had a good little run. I was
So I'm
just moved on.
sure. And tell me, what's the name of the disease you were born with?
Von Willebrand's disease. It's a free bleeder. So sometimes I will bleed for no reason. I can bleed from my intestines. I think that was when the last time I was in the hospital, not long ago. That's what it was for. And then they have to go into, it's not nothing that's going to stop because on the inside. So they have to go in and do an upper GI, find it, find wherever it's at. First they got to know where it's at, if they can find it. Find wherever it's at, cauterize it, and hopefully it'll stop.
So on top of that, motherless, you don't really know your father. I'm so proud of you for choosing to go to therapy. What was your reasoning for choosing to go?
Bad relationships. I was picking the same girl. I I supposed to got married. I was dating this girl in church and realized at the end of it, this girl ain't never loved me. And I was like, maybe I ain't love her. I needed to know. I had like real freaking questions like, what the world's wrong with me? I done dated this girl, then right after that I got out of another relationship and I dated somebody else, and then I think we dated 6 months, and then got out of that relationship and started dating this girl. I forgot her name. And I was like,
we don't need no names.
Yeah. I was like, that's the same girl as the girl I was dating. That's the same person.
Yes.
And I
Picking
was
the
like,
same
and the
person,
one
a
I picked
different
up right
body.
after her, I was like, that's the same person.
Facts.
So that's why I'm really, people like, well, you shine, this, that, and the other, you don't talk. I'll be really watching to see if I'm making this. I gotta know. I don't want to make those same mistakes that I made trying to find love in a different body.
Well, a motherless child, you have attachment issues. Not saying you per se, but that makes people have low self-esteem, increased anxiety, depression, and difficulties forming healthy relationships. So I think is very admirable, because due to that lack of maternal bond, it's wild that people don't know how it affects them later on in life. Sometimes it help, people can't develop social skills because you're afraid, you know what I'm saying, to experience something like that at 7, that everything's going to be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize how death affects you.
Yes.
So I get it,
Yes. Yes.
Me, I didn't experience death in my family until my son died. For 50 years, nobody died in our family. 50 years.
That's a long time.
My grandmother didn't die until she was 92, right? So that death is inevitable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you don't expect it as a 7-year-old. Yeah. You don't expect to lose your mom. You know what I'm saying? You don't expect to go before your kid, or your kids to go before you.
Yes.
So those tragic things are why I'm here, for it's okay to live, to let people know that there's some people that can do it naturally, and some people feel guilty about living even when they've experienced so much.
Yeah. Cause I know I was doing very well at one point in my life. Had money in the bank, had me a nice little car. I ain't talking about nothing recent. I was doing well, and I was like, wow. I started feeling guilty. I was like, should I? Cause we feel that if we doing this well, we should have somebody to share it with. And I didn't. And after a while, I started looking for somebody to share it with. I was just having me a good time.
Giving it away.
Yeah.
For sure.
I had me a good time.
For sure. I get that totally. Um, Tanzanites, all I'm saying is when you meet someone, whether you're dating them or not, if you're just being friends, if you fall out because of a conversation, you never know what that person has been to and how they are processing what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They could be processing it totally different because of what has happened to them as a child,
Yeah.
because of what has happened to them in life. Those are triggers.
Yeah.
And we should always seek grace. But if it happens over and over again, then that
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
needs to heal.
Yeah. I had a couple of best friends, and well, two of them, but one is particularly called Walter. We call him Carl, and when he died, he passed away. I never thought he'd pass away before me, and he's the one I got my social skills from. Like, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. You know what I mean? Or get mad at each other and be like, man, it is what it is.
Right.
You feel this way, I feel this way. We finna go eat. You know what I mean?
I know that
so
felt good.
yeah, I felt that just. So I missed that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So
For sure.
it's different. And my friend called. Steve taught me how to DJ. He was like, I had to leave the house, and he was like, "Come stay with me." And I came to stay with him. He said, "Man, you need a skill. You need enough skill." So he taught me how to DJ.
Good.
So I don't know. It's just when you lose people like that in your life, that was very. Because I didn't learn social skill when I was growing up. I learned to do what them people told me to do.
What thus said the Lord.
And what thus said the Lord.
For sure.
I better not
For
go
sure.
outside of that.
For
But
sure.
other than that, man, it was hard losing them two people in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because I was going to like, who I'm gonna disagree with.
Right.
I need to know if I'm even in your life. You probably have somebody you say, let me throw this on somebody and see what they say. My last therapist said that I'm a very dangerous person because I don't have anybody to buffer your thoughts. Like who you going like whatever you think you go do. So that's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody to buffer those thoughts.
That's good.
Yeah. So, or but I'm still that way. I feel like I want to do something. Like I thought I woke up this morning. I was about to get ready for this, and I was like, man, I spent almost $150 on him.
Impulsive. I know how that
like,
goes.
I need that money
me.
back.
A little buyer's remorse, do we? I get it totally. Tanzanites, I want you guys to listen to this episode and please share it with anybody. Men do not get the opportunity to grieve. They don't get the opportunity to cry. There was a book a long time ago, Men Cry in the Dark. We do not allow our men to be depressed or have anxiety or to feel worthless or to internalize a bad self-image because we always want them to be on. And some men get a bad rap because they can't be on. So they leave. And they go beyond a little where else until that woman can, and they leave. And they go on. And it's not necessarily because they're dogs. It's not necessarily because they're hoes or whatever we want to call them. They could be a motherless child. They could have a mother that mistreated them. They could have had a father that taught them wrong. It's not your responsibility, women. I'm not saying that to take care of them or to deal with it because of that. But if somebody is going through this and you can share this with them and they could go to talk therapy in the latter days of their life could be a little more better for not only them, but the women that they meet or the children that they meet. Same for women. I know some men going to listen like, what about the women that do this? Today is about my friend Dell and not knowing the things that he had been through. But now I know why God have brought our spirits together, because we have mourning that we do, and we laugh through it, and we joke
Yes.
through it, and we
Yes.
smile through it,
Yes.
and we help through it. But
Mm-hmm.
we're coming to a point in our lives where we're tired. Our cups are no longer runneth over. They're empty and they need to be filled.
Yes.
So what I wish for you is for your cup to be filled. What I wish for you is through your journey with therapy that you'll get to find you and find your queen.
Mm-hmm.
I hate saying king and queen, but that's what your lady, your better half, and that you'll get to experience that before the end of time.
Yeah.
Anything you want to tell our listeners about somebody who has lost a parent early in life or not had the relationship with a parent?
I think if you lost a parent or somebody real close to you, sometimes it don't have to be a parent. It could be somebody in your family just was very integral part of your upbringing. Could be an uncle or auntie or whatever. Just get to know yourself. Get to know who you are inside. Because if you don't know yourself, a man told me when I was trying to get out on my own and got my own little apartment, said if you you'll fall for anything. If you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. And but you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in God. If you don't believe in God, believe in whoever you want to believe in. But
Believe in something, right?
Believe in something because you're not the in all. You're just not. And you will think some people like some girls, they cute and they got their little bodies and stuff like that, and they all that, and then age catch up with them, and then they run back trying to get somewhere, or trying to get somewhere in life. Like you should have been married at 25.
All right. Now I feel a little attacked, but we're gonna go there.
No,
That's another episode.
Wait a minute, you were married for 25 years.
24. I was with someone for 24
So
years. I know, but like I said, we'll talk about that at another time. This is about you. So get to know yourself.
Get to know who you are.
And then you can love who you are, even though you didn't feel that love as a child.
Yeah.
We're gonna end with that. That 30 minutes went fast.
Yeah, it did.
You can reach me. It's okay to live.com. ITS OK LIVE. If you want to send Dale a message of encouragement or just talk with me, you will see everything on my website. And guys, I have apparel now. So you check the website, it's okaytolive.com. Dale, thank you for joining us today.
No problem.
Thank you for being very vulnerable and open. I know that this is going to help a lot of motherless men.
Oh, yeah, and it's helping me.
All right.
So.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.